Six biggest EU export markets are worth more than twice what we export to the United States. Well, joining me now live to talk about this, Anmol Sood. He is Chief Executive of Jaltek Systems, which is a high-tech electronics manufacturer in Luton. Anmol, welcome to you. Now, you provide both design and manufacturing solutions to clients. Where are you seeing the most growth right now?
There's a lot of growth coming from two main sectors. Obviously, during the pandemic, we saw a massive rise in medical equipment and medical supplies. And we have seen defence customers and defence products seeing a big rise as well.
Have you moved the business up the value chain, horrible piece of jargon, in recent years?
Well, we vertically integrated our supply chain by both providing design and manufacturing services. So, we want to provide a good service, a quality service and an on-time service to our customers. And so we believe where we are in the value chain right now is about right.
So when you're doing a piece of manufacturing work for a customer, what's the duration of a typical contract?
It depends on the complexity of the product. It depends on the sales cycle. It depends on the complexity of the regulatory environment that product is as well. We can go anything from quick turnaround prototype type requirements, in a matter of weeks, to long-term, long-scale design and manufacturing projects that can take months and months.
Does that mean that you have to, for example, flex the manufacturing workforce from time to time? You flex up or down?
Well, design more than manufacture, actually. So we use a lot of outsourced, subcontracted design workforce. In terms of our manufacturing workforce, we are very lucky, for example, during the pandemic, we didn't have to furlough any staff. We've got a fantastic team here, managed by a great management team. We bring in contract labour as and when required. We normally go to shift work, and some days we're running 24 hours on a certain piece of equipment.
And what makes Luton a good place for you to be based?
Fantastically located, fantastic access to great people, great resources. It's close enough to London and the Southeast to be close to our customers, which are mainly the OEM. London and the Southeast, seen a massive growth in manufacturing output over the past 5 years. It's at around about £31 billion. Of that, £5 billion is coming from electronics manufacturing. And what we're seeing is the rise in the number of OEM companies, our customers effectively, is increasing the amount of value that we could generate from this region.
Sorry, you better explain for the uninitiated what OEM stands for.
An OEM is an original equipment manufacturer. It's effectively a company that produces a product that either goes into an overall solution or is an end product itself.
And who are you competing with? Are you competing with other domestic players, or is the competition overseas primarily?
No, actually what we're seeing, there's a bigger trend of people now coming back onshore as well. Our focus as a business, Jaltek as a business, is focused on low to mid volume, highly complex, quite niche products. So we're not competing with the large volume-based manufacturers in Southeast Asia or Eastern Europe. So we do have a domestic competition within the UK, but we're seeing, by investing in capex, by investing in people, by providing great service, we're seeing great results to the point where this year will probably be our best ever year on record in terms of financial performance.
And what about access to capital? I know in the past that you've relied on bank overdrafts and bank lending, but you've actually received capital from private equity more recently. What was the thinking behind that?
No, actually, we're completely privately funded, so we have got no external capital from private equity. We have used, things like bank overdrafts and credit lines, but to a very minimal amount. Where we see the most amount of credit requirement is where we're investing in capex and new capital equipment. In a factory like ours, obviously, we need new machines. We need to stay on top of technology requirements and technology solutions. So new machinery, new testing facilities, those kind of things are where we're seeing the most capex.
Now, what about the Brexit conundrum? Are you still hopeful of a free trade agreement? What happens to your business if there isn't one?
So I guess I can answer that in one of two ways. We're very fortunate that we're kind of shielded from the Brexit issues, because most of our customers, whilst they're global companies, we deal with their UK branches. So we're supplying mostly into the UK. But there's two big things that we're already seeing. The downstream effects of our customers being then affected by Brexit, with their supply into the European Union, is obviously having a knock-on effect on us. And secondly, the weakening of the pound, and actually the volatility of the pound more than a weakening of the pound, especially against the dollar and the euro, where we were seeing 140s and 150s a few years ago. Up until a couple of months ago, we were at 114 and 115, and now we're back to 135, and now we're at 130. So the weakening of the pound means that our raw material costs are going up, but also the volatility of the pound means that we can't control our costs of raw materials as much as we would like to.
Now, I understand that Felix Baumgartner, when he did his famous jump from the edge of space 8 years ago, he was wearing a monitor that was built by and designed by you. How did that come about?
Yes, so actually we own a group of companies. Jaltek manufacturer, Jaltek Systems Limited is one of them. We have another company called Equivital, which is a professional wearable technology company that focuses on wearable technology and health and safety solutions for military, oil and gas, mining, construction, professional users. One of our customers we've worked with in the past was NASA. We worked with them for many years. And when them and Red Bull were conceiving this idea of, this crazy idea of having someone jump from, I think, 120,000 feet, they were looking for a solution that could capture data, human data, physiological data, as to the effects that jump was having on Felix Baumgartner well, accurately, and without having to obviously repeat the jump. So they came to us. The product was designed between Equivital, manufactured by Jaltek, and we're very happy to be able to use it under an FDA regulatory approval as well.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, those who say that manufacturing isn't sexy, well, working with NASA is as sexy as it gets, isn't it? Great to see you. Thanks for joining me, Anmol.